Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord of the three worlds, appeared on the earth along with his eternal associates. Hare Krishna, welcome back to Thinking of Krishna. As you can see, I am not in Mayapur right now. I am traveling with my family. We're visiting my in-laws at the moment. And I cannot find a Krishna book in English. I'm sure my mother-in-law has one. I have to ask her where it might be. But for now, I thought we would just take a little detour and read some Sri Chaitanya Mangala while I'm looking for an English Krishna book. So please forgive me for the setup. I'm still trying to find what will be the best. So today I won't have the words recorded or displayed. So I will try to find a good setup for that soon. Also, I hope that the background noises won't be too intense. We have a lot of beautiful songbirds out today, and there are a few cars driving by. But anyway, please forgive me for those noises if they are a bit of a distraction while reading. So let's begin. This is Sri Chaitanya Mangala by Lochan Das Thakur. And it is translated by His Holiness Mahanidhi Swami. So there are there are many chapters, and they're separated into khandas. So I won't be able to finish one whole khanda this time, but let's see how much we'll be able to read today. We can start with the preface. Lochan Das was born in 1520 AD in Kograma, within Goromandala, West Bengal. He was a disciple of Sri Narahari Sarkar Thakur, an intimate, eternal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One day, in 1537 AD, following his guru's order, Lochan Das sat on a stone slab under a badari tree and started writing the Chaitanya Mangala on a piece of bark. Since Vrindavan Das Thakur had already written a book entitled Chaitanya Mangala, the leading devotees in Vrindavan, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Kashishwar Pandit, Pandit Haridas Goswami, and Anantacharya met to resolve the problem. They decided that henceforth Vrindavan Das's book would be called Chaitanya Bhagavat, and Lochan Das Thakur's book would remain as Chaitanya Mangala. In the history and literature of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Dr. S. Das, a disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, says, Lochan Das does not claim to be a doctor of theology. He was a musician, like his preceptor, Narahari Thakur. He made music and dedicated his preeminent musical abilities towards serving one mission. Lochan Das did not compose this beautiful narrative poem, Chaitanya Mangala, to thrust abstract philosophy and a labyrinth doctrine down the people's throat. Rather, he wanted to impress the divine character of Sri Chaitanya on the popular mind and thereby arouse its religious sensibilities. In Vaishnava Abhidhana, Haridas Das, a famous Gaudiya Vaishnava historian, describes Chaitanya Mangala. Lochan Das based his Chaitanya Mangala on Murari Gupta's authorized Sanskrit biography of Lord Chaitanya entitled Sri Krishna Chaitanya Charita. Chaitanya Mangala is written in simple, beautiful language, and it can be sung in various beautiful ragas. Chaitanya Mangala is a Rasatmaka Shastra, book full of rasa, and Chaitanya Bhagavat is a Varnanatmaka Shastra, a book full of descriptions. In some cases, Lochan Das's poetic expression surpasses that of Vrindavan Das Thakur. Readers should not confuse Lochan Das Thakur's authentic and authorized book, Chaitanya Mangala, with another book of the same title written by Jayananda. Jayananda's book has many strange descriptions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Among the society of Vaishnavas, Jayananda's book is not loved, appreciated, or widely read. In fact, Bhakti Ratnakar does not even mention or refer to his book. Jayananda didn't show any talent in composing. His writing is coherent and sloppy. To produce this English translation of Sri Chaitanya Mangala, we used a 1929 Bengali edition published by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur at the Bug Bazar, Kolkata office of the Gaudiya Math. Between 1920 and 1936, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur printed many important books including Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangala, Brahma Samhita, Upadeshamrita, Prema Bhakti Chandrika, and Bhakti Sandarbha. Srila Prabhupada strictly followed the example and teachings of his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Through his Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, Srila Prabhupada published almost all of the same books as his Guru Maharaj. Presently, Srila Prabhupada has inspired the BBT to publish an English translation of Sri Jiva Goswami's Sandarbhas. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada has inspired us to publish this English edition of Sri Chaitanya Mangala. We hope that our Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, our Param Guru, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and all the devotees will be pleased with our efforts. Shri Guru and Gauranga Jayata. Mahanidhi Swami, Krishna Balar Mandir, Vrindavan Dham, Guru Vyasa Purnim, 22nd July 1994. His Holiness Mahanidhi Swami Ki Jai. Such a wonderful preface. Now we will start with Sutra Khanda. Chapter 1, Prayers of Invocation. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the crest jewel of all sannyasis. In Kali Yuga, he appears in his complete form to give the priceless jewel of love of Godhead to the surrendered souls. The Lord delivers the devotees and satisfies them with this rare gift of prema bhakti, pure love of God. But roaring like a thunderbolt, he crushes the atheists of the world to dust. I pray to Sri Vignanashana, Lord Ganesh, who has the body of a huge elephant with one tusk. He brings success in all endeavors. All glories to Lord Ganesh, the son of Parvati Devi. With folded hands, I pray to Lord Shiva and Parvati. Let us all fall at their feet, offering our respects. Lord Vishnu is the only master of the three worlds. Lord Shiva and Parvati can award anyone the boon of Vishnu Bhakti. I pray that Goddess Saraswati will play on my lips so that they will glorify Gaura Hari, who is as yet unknown in the three worlds. May the wonderful topics of the golden-hued Lord of Saraswati flow from my mouth. I humbly beg the demigods and all my superiors that nothing will obstruct my attempt to glorify Lord Gaura Hari. Let me not ask for the boon of wealth, for I am fallen and sinful, but please allow me to complete this book without any difficulty. Let me glorify the pure devotees of Lord Vishnu and the most fortunate Mahabhagavatas. These exalted devotees purify the world with their divine qualities. They are merciful to all, and everyone loves them. Such devotees are the most auspicious personalities in the world. I am a totally unqualified person, incapable of telling right from left. Yet I'm trying to catch the sky with my hands, like a blind man trying to see a Chintamani gem on a nearby mountain. I don't know what the result will be. I have but one hope, that Lord Gauranga will be merciful, because he doesn't consider whether one is good or bad. Overlooking disqualifications, the Lord freely gives everyone the shelter of his lotus feet. Please listen to the description of the behavior of a pure devotee. Dedicating his life for others, he gives his causeless mercy to all living entities. He becomes happy by making others happy. This Lochan Das has only one hope. I want to attain the lotus feet of Narahari Sarkar Thakur, who is my Lord and the owner of my life. Although most fallen, I desire to glorify the indescribable qualities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To achieve this perfection, I hold the lotus feet of Narahari Thakur within my heart eternally. Prayers to Lord Gauranga and his associates. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Advaita Chandra, and all the Gaura Bhaktas. All glories to Narahari and Gadadhar Pandit, the lords of my heart. Please cast your most merciful and auspicious glance upon me. Gauranga's golden transcendental form embodies all compassion. With many select prayers, I will glorify his soothing reddish lotus feet. Let the devotees sit together and be blessed by the touch of Gauranga's lotus feet. O Lord, darling of Sachimata, let us offer our respectful obeisances to you. Please look favorably upon us and bestow a drop of your mercy. All glories to Advaita Acharya, the crest jewel of all lords. The world became fortunate by the mercy of your lotus feet. O Sita Prananath, Lord of the heart of his wife Sita. With folded hands I praise you and beg for your mercy. I worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the son of Rohini Devi, the Avaduta, who is non-different from Lord Chaitanya. First of all, let me glorify the lotus feet of Garga Acharya, who, taking pride in his grandson Gauranga, goes mad in ecstasy when he praises his qualities. I worship Jagannath Mishra, the father of Vishwambar, and Sachi Thakurani, his mother. I worship Lakshmi Thakurani, who was bitten by the snake of separation from Lord Chaitanya. I worship Vishnu Priya Devi, who accepts the reddish lotus feet of Lord Gauranga as her ornament. Joyfully, I glorify Pundarik Vidyanidhi, for whom Mahaprabhu cried in ecstasy. I glorify the lotus feet of Madhavendra Puri, Ishvara Puri, and Sri Pandit Goswami. I worship Govinda Gosai and Vakreshwar Pandit, who are like maddened bees after the sweet nectar of Gauranga's lotus feet. I worship Paramananda Puri, Vishnu Puri, and Gadadhar Das, holding their feet on my head. With a heart full of joy, I pray to Murari Gupta, please bless me so that I can properly glorify Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. I glorify Srivas Thakur and Haridas Thakur. I only desire to obtain the feet of the brothers Vasudev Datta and Mukunda Datta. I glorify Rai Ramananda, who is an abode of love. Let me constantly praise Jagadananda Pandit. I worship Rupa, Sanatan, and Damodar Pandit. I also offer my repeated obeisances to Raghava Pandit. I worship Sri Ram, Sundarananda, Gauridas, and all followers of Lord Nityananda. I glorify my worshipable Lord, Narahari Thakur, who protects me in this world and the next. Except him, I have no friend in the three worlds. So let me worship Narahari Thakur, who is an ocean of Gauranga's qualities. With folded hands, let me fall on the ground to offer my obeisances to Govinda, Madhava, and Vasu Ghosh. I wholeheartedly glorify Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur, who enchanted the world with the words of his Chaitanya Bhagavat. My dear brother, we should always glorify the family deity of Raghunandana. As a boy, Raghunandana Thakur fed a laddu to his Krishna deity. Who would dare consider that boy an ordinary person? I worship his father, Sri Mukunda Das, who has unalloyed faith in the path shown by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I worship all the known and unknown devotees of the Lord. I keep their feet on my head as a crown jewel. I worship the Mahantas and their followers. I always sing the glories of their feet. Don't mind if I mention someone's name first and another's later. There is no precise alphabetical order. If, by mistake, I forget to glorify someone's name, I beg forgiveness by offering them 100 obeisances. I glorify all the devotees, both on the earth and in the heavens. One by one, I offer my obeisances to everyone. Desiring to attain love of Godhead, let us happily glorify the transcendental qualities of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. I, Lochan Das, my heart brimming with joy, sing the transcendental glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The source of Chaitanya Mangala. First, let me beg the blessings of all the Mahabhagavatas. Then I can properly sing the glories of the Lord. I am the lowest of the low, so how can I explain the greatness of Sri Chaitanya's transcendental character? Since I don't know anything, what is the use of my incoherent words? If, without knowing the highest truths about Lord Chaitanya, I try to say something, I will suffer embarrassment before the great souls. Although I'm not qualified and full of faults, I cherish an intense desire to sing about the sweet qualities of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. While living in Navadvip, Sri Murari Gupta had the opportunity to remain always in the company of Gaurachandra. Who can describe his greatness? He is known throughout the world as Hanuman. After crossing the ocean to Lanka, Hanuman burned Ravana's palace to the ground. Then Hanuman brought Raman the good news about his beloved Sita. He revived Lakshman by bringing Visalya Karani, a medicinal herb. That same Hanuman now resides in Nadia as Murari Gupta. Being highly realized, Murari Gupta knows all truths. As an eternal associate of the Lord, he is fixed at the lotus feet of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He expertly told all of Lord Chaitanya's childhood and boyhood pastimes in his great Sanskrit epic, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya, also called Karcha. At the behest of Sri Damodar Pandit, Murari Gupta explained Gauranga's transcendental pastimes from beginning to end, and how the Lord mercifully distributed love of Godhead. Damodar Pandit recorded these as shlokas in his karcha, or diary. Reading this book inspired me to write a biography of Lord Gauranga using a form of Bengali verse called Panchali. Although I'm not qualified to write this biography, please don't neglect it or get angry with me. As an ignorant child wants to touch the moon upon seeing it, who wouldn't want to taste nectar when it comes before him? Similarly, I want to glorify Lord Gaurasundar, and therefore I need the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Let me offer my obeisances to the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas. My heart yearns to sing about Gauranga's wonderful qualities. My worshipable Lord is Narahari Sakar Thakur. With a humble heart, I beg him to please fulfill my desire. Brief outline of subjects in Chaitanya Mangala. First, I'll describe the wonderful pastime of how Advaita Acharya, the best of the Brahmanas, worshipped Sachimata's womb. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord of the three worlds, appeared on the earth along with his eternal associates. I'll narrate his childhood pastimes, his name-giving and grain-eating ceremonies. Although he didn't wear ankle bells, Sachi heard them when Nimai crawled about. Against his mother's will, Nimai would touch dirty objects. Then he would preach high philosophy to justify his action. To test his strength, the local ladies would ask Nimai to fetch a coconut. Surprisingly, within seconds, he would manifest one. I will describe how the Lord played with a puppy, bringing joy to the neighbors. Murari Gupta watched Nimai play in the streets with his friends. The people of Nadia greatly relished the Lord's dancing and chanting of Harinama, along with his boyfriends. His father taught Nimai how to write with chalk on a stone slab. Whoever hears this pastime obtains relief from all suffering. Now listen carefully as I tell about Vishwambar's playing with his elder brother Vishwarup. These two brothers were just like Indra and Upendra, who were born of the same mother. I will describe Vishwarup's sannyas and how Vishwambar consoled his mother and father. Vishwambar loved to play all day on the sandy banks of the Ganges with his friends. Seeing this, his father, Jagannath Mishra, became angry and disappointed. He dragged Vishwambar into the house and rebuked him for wasting his time in frivolous sports. Please listen attentively as I describe how Nimai bestowed mercy to his father in a dream. Next, I will tell of the Lord's ear piercing, sacred thread, and other ceremonies. After completing his boyhood pastimes, he started his pastimes of youth. During this period, he gradually manifested love of Godhead. Vishwambar, along with his classmates, began studying at the feet of his teacher. The Lord would laugh at the Bengali dialect spoken by some of the students. Later, I will describe how Nimai Pandit asked Sachimata to observe Ekadasi. When Jagannath Mishra left this world, Nimai cried over the loss of his father. I will tell you the beautiful story of Lord Gaura's marriage ceremony, which gives unlimited happiness to everyone. I'll describe a confidential incident that occurred on the Lord's way to the Ganges. Gauranga's trip to East Bengal, Bangladesh, and how Lakshmi Priya Devi, his wife, left this world will be told. Upon returning, the Lord remarried, taught his students, and traveled to Gaya. You will receive immense pleasure by attentively hearing these narrations. When the Lord returned from Gaya, he constantly displayed symptoms of love of God. O brother, you'll derive profuse pleasure from hearing the pastimes in Madhya Khanda. Your hair will stand on end as you relish these transcendental subjects, which are just like solidified nectar. I feel great ecstasy within my heart even before I describe how, by discussing Krishna Katha and the association of devotees, one will manifest ecstatic love of God. Madhya Khanda tells about Gauranga's Navadvip pastimes of preaching and distributing love of Godhead. These topics flow like streams of nectar. Lord Chaitanya manifested matchless pastimes, never seen in any previous yuga. I'll tell how the devotees met the Lord in Navadvip. You will hear how Sachimata received the gift of prema, and how one night Gaura heard the sound of Sri Krishna's flute. Hearing that flute, the Lord became overwhelmed with ecstatic love, when suddenly a divine message vibrated in the sky. Lord Chaitanya revealed his Varaha Rupa to give mercy to Murari Gupta. Lord Brahma and the demigods became blissful upon seeing this. All narrate how Shuklambar Brahmachari attained love of Godhead. Receiving Gauranga's mercy, Gadadhar Pandit cried all day and night in ecstatic love. Immediately after sowing a mango seed, Lord Gaurasundar satisfied the devotees by distributing mango prasad. Anyone who hears this will become free from all doubts. Covering his spiritual identity, Sri Chaitanya manifested ecstatic love of God. Although the depth of the Lord's love is unfathomable, still he revealed it to everyone. I'll tell the wonderful pastime of Sri Gauranga's meeting Sri Nityananda Prabhu and also Haridas Thakur. The meeting of Advaita Charya with Lord Nityananda is especially sweet. The deliverance of Jagai and Madai will be narrated. I will explain how Gauranga bestowed mercy upon a Brahmana and his son. The followers of Lord Shiva received Gaura's mercy. Lord Chaitanya once jumped into the Jahnavi, Ganges, immediately after seeing a Brahman's misconduct. Hearing this pastime will astonish the heart of anyone in the three worlds. Listen to Gauranga's unparalleled pastime of cleaning the Gundicha temple. Hear the miracle of how he cured a leper. You'll taste unlimited bliss hearing about Gauranga's assuming the mood of Lord Balaram. Once, while enacting a drama in Chandrasekhar's house, Gauranga manifested such prema that its influence spread throughout the land and sky. I'll explain the confidential topic of Gauranga's adopting an incredible mood of renunciation. Upon seeing Sri Keshava Bharati in Navadvip, the Lord felt delighted in his heart. At that moment, he decided to take sannyas from him. Hearing about Gauranga's sannyas, Sachimata and Vishnupriya became drowned in an ocean of distress. The Lord left Navadvip and took the renounced order of life from Keshava Bharati in Katwa. In Advaita Acharya's house, the Lord met the devotees, consoled everyone, and began his travels. On the way to Purushottam Kshetra, Jagannath Puri, he stopped in Rimuna and shared an intimate pastime. Everyone will feel joyful as they hear me tell each of Lord Chaitanya's transcendental pastimes. On the way to Jajipur, Gauranga exhibited a wonderful pastime in Ekam Nagar. I'll tell the ecstasy Gauranga felt upon seeing Lord Jagannath and how Lord Chaitanya showed his divine form to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. The topics of Madhya Khanda are the essence of all nectar, but you must also hear the pastimes in the Shesh Khanda. Madhya Khanda ends with Gauranga's manifesting pure love of Krishna. Joyfully, Lochan Das explains these subjects. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who descends on earth as an incarnation. Ah, how fortunate are the residents of earth! Mother Bhumi was blessed to be ornamented with his divine lotus feet. To give mercy, the light of the universe appeared in Navadvip. The anxious devotees, who had been waiting for a long time, now ran to Sriman Mahaprabhu to receive his gift of love. The devotees were like eager bees flying swiftly toward a lotus full of honey, or like chakwar birds drinking the rays of the full moon. The devotees were maddened chataki birds that sing joyfully upon seeing rain clouds. Immersed in bliss, Gauranga dances madly and sometimes roars like a lion while giving out love of God. The devotees, feeling just like men who have recovered their long-lost wealth, began worshipping the Lord with their tears of happiness. As elephants jump into a lake to get relief from a forest fire, the devotees forgot their miseries by drowning in the nectar ocean of Krishna Prema. In ecstasy, someone cried out the name, Thakur! In a joking mood, someone else hiked up his dhoti tightly between his legs and slapped his arms like a wrestler preparing to attack. Everyone forgot themselves in the bliss of love of God, that same love which Lakshmi Devi hankers after with folded hands. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was now freely distributing without discrimination. What more can I describe than this? Lord Anantashesh, who holds the universe on his head, appeared as Nitai to taste the sweet rasa of Krishna Prema. Sri Nityananda Prabhu, being totally enraptured in Prema Ras, couldn't recognize friend or foe. He therefore gave love to everyone. Walking with the gait of a maddened elephant, Nitai caused the earth to lose its balance. Listen to the matchless character of Mahesh, Lord Shiva, who appeared as Sri Advaita Acharya. His glories are unlimited. Advaita Acharya forgot his knowledge of jnana by constantly discussing topics of prema rasa with Lord Chaitanya. Without restriction, Advaita relished transcendental pastimes with other Rasika Vaishnavas. After tasting the loving mellows of Krishna Prema, Advaita Acharya and his associates joyfully distributed them to everyone without opposition. Without these two lords, Sri Nityananda and Sri Advaita Prabhu, no one would have received such mercy. Gauranga appeared on earth for this purpose. All glories to the auspicious moment when the whole world, desiring pure love of Krishna, will chant the holy name of Hari. Even Brahma finds difficulty in attaining Krishna Prema. Lochan Das happily describes these transcendental topics. Next time we will start with Chapter 2, the beginning of Chaitanya Mangala. Chapter 2 is a little bit longer, so we might have to break it once or twice. It's quite long. But I hope you enjoyed that introduction. I myself am looking very much forward to hearing the stories of Lord Gauranga. So if you would like to hear more of Sri Chaitanya Mangala, please stay tuned. Until next time, thank you so much for listening or reading along. Hare Krishna.